Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, January 7th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. We don't often get into national politics too much, but as to what happened yesterday 20 miles to our west, just wow. People, we are so much better than this. This is not the United States of America. That's all I'm going to say on that one, so let's get into some more local news. At least 4 families were displaced after a fire broke out yesterday afternoon in the Robinwood community in Annapolis. The Annapolis Fire Department was dispatched to the 1300 block of Tyler Avenue for an apartment fire at about 2:15 p.m. When they arrived, heavy fire was showing on the second floor, and the building contains 6 apartments, and from what we could see, at least 4 suffered significant damage. There are a bunch of photos up at eyeonannapolis.net. You want to check them out. And as soon as we know some more from the fire department, we will make sure we update that. Governor Hogan threw a wrench into the murder trial of Jared Ramos yesterday. Ramos, as we all know, pleaded guilty and was found guilty of murdering 5 employees of the Capitol back in June of 2018. Yesterday, Hogan announced that Circuit Court Judge Laura Ripken had been appointed to the Court of Special Appeals. As we know, Ripken was the judge presiding over the case, and she will have to be replaced. It's unknown if that will push the trial back any further. Currently, it's scheduled for the end of June. Ramos pled and was found guilty of the murders, and now the second phase of the trial is to see if he was criminally responsible, which basically determines whether he goes to a psych hospital or to prison. Here's some good news for businesses and people that pay quarterly estimated taxes. Maryland Comptroller Peter Franchot has announced that any payments that would normally be due in January, February, or March will not be due until April 15th. That's just a delay, and it is some temporary relief because in the end, the taxes still are due. What is it that they say? You can't avoid death or taxes. And as we wrap up, some encouraging business news. We always like that. Up first, Yins or Yous? Wawa or Sheetz? Well, the Yinsers will be happy to hear that Anne Arundel County is going to be getting their very first Sheetz. Plans are working their way through the county permitting process as we speak, but it will be going on the corner of Route 3 and Route 424 in Crofton. We don't have a timetable yet, but if I was a betting man, I would say we would see a Sheetz there by the end of the year. Moving a little faster, and down here in Annapolis, Domino's Pizza is moving. Currently, they're in a small strip center tucked behind the Hillsmere Exxon, but because the pizza business is booming, they are moving into the Georgetown Plaza right next to the Main and Market Cafe. The former Jerry's Pizza and Subspace had been vacant for a few years, and there were a few false starts, but now Domino's is moving in. I would look for an opening toward the end of February. All right, that wraps up the news for us today. As always, thank you for listening, and if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, please do, and make sure your friends and family and colleagues all know how to get a hold of us. It really does help. A quick thank you to our sponsors of the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services up in Millersville, and to the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. We couldn't do it without you guys. It is Thursday, and it has been a while since we've heard from Trevor, but we have him here today. Trevor is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes, and as we have every day, George Young is here with your DCMDV Weather forecast locally, I might add. And in case you missed it, we're going to repeat it again, but we have another snippet from a new local podcast, The Loud Woman's Club, hosted by Annapolis's own Melissa Houston. Be sure you check it out. And all of that's coming up in just a minute.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners, like yourself, are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. prices. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDV Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDV Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, January 7th. Sunny skies and dry conditions are on tap for the Annapolis region today through the weekend, with highs today in the mid-40s, followed by low to mid-40s tomorrow through Sunday, with AM lows each day in the upper 20s to lower 30s. Looking ahead into next week, the outlook is for more of the same through at least Wednesday, with a fair amount of sunshine and seasonably cold highs in the 40s each day. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDV Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster company.
I've always loved being a realtor because to me, it's more than a job. It's something that gives me an incredible sense of helping others. And this year in particular, when so many people we've helped had to move rather than wanted to move, it gave me an even greater sense of purpose. Whatever the reason for someone's move, from a career relocation to simply needing to downsize, it has truly been super rewarding and a privilege to be able to assist our clients through all the steps of their journeys. Though it hasn't always been easy, we've learned new ways of navigating the home buying and selling process. So whether you need to say goodbye to your current home or are looking for a new house to start the next chapter of your life in, the Kristi Neidhardt Team is here to work with you and for you, because truly we are all in this together.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. This week at Wine and Design, check out their take-home and virtual paint-home kits. The kits this week are Daisy the Happy Cow, Mystical Forest, Three Ladies Dancing, Virginia Winter Birds, and Prickly Pear. Local by Design is still available to help organize virtual group workshops where you can enjoy a fun evening of crafting together virtually. Some of their previous workshops have been ornament making, cookie decorating, wood signs, drawing, painting, and more. Message them with your dates and ideas. And also stay tuned for the regular artisan market at the end of the month. The winter session has started up at Art Farm in Annapolis. Today, check out their virtual illustration in ink for ages 12 through 16, which is a 6-week class. Tonight, check out virtual watercolor for ages 13 plus. Tomorrow, there's virtual cartooning for ages 10 through 15. Monday, there's their virtual graffiti lettering for ages 11 through 16. It started last Monday, but it runs for another couple of weeks. On Tuesday, there's a beginner portrait drawing workshop, virtual as well. And on Wednesday, there's a virtual beginner drawing class for ages 8 through 11. It started last Wednesday, but there's still 3 more weeks left. Registration is also open for other winter classes with topics like color theory, beginner photography, beginner weaving, using Procreate to create digital murals, introduction to batik, and more. And also remember to check out Art Farm's online market, where Art Farm Studios brings you a curated collection, with each sale directly supporting working artists and small businesses. Check out artfarmmarket.com. The Anne Arundel County Public Library system this week has a bunch of Facebook Live story times as usual, including a dinosaur stem, as well as a 100th birthday party story time for the library's 100th birthday. Tomorrow, their great movies discussion with Aguirre, The Wrath of God, can be watched through the library's access to Canopy with a K. On Saturday, there's virtual music and movement. On Monday, the Arnold Senior Center has their book club. On Tuesday, there's a mystery kit at the Severn Library, a jigsaw puzzle, a mystery novel, and an audio book to put your sleuthing skills to the test. Also on Tuesday, check out Edgewater Library's Co-Conspirators Book Club. And on Wednesday, check out a virtual Lego build. And also be sure to check out the other interesting things at the library, including the virtual family trivia night, help with your utility bills, teen gaming break, how to start a nonprofit, mindfulness through yoga for kids, as well as the Leave No Trace camping in your living room. Pongo's Learning Lab and Coder Kids Club out in Crofton still has lots of online classes and fun workshops. They'll be happy to put together a virtual party for your kids to play with their friends virtually, but also check out their Coder Kids Club, learning programming, making games like Brick Breaker, Monkey Launch, and Snake, also how to make slime, Minecraft Club, stop motion animation, as well as YouTube Stars Clubs. Hope everyone had a safe and happy holidays, and here's to a better 2021. If you have any questions about Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org as well. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
The Loud Women's Club podcast is a celebration of the opinionated. I'm your host, Melissa Houston, and every week I'm joined by three talented loud women.
I'm Heidi Renee Spencer.
I'm Becca Crane Watson.
I'm Nicole Thompson.
On this weekly podcast, we find and support our voices by discussing the timely issues of society, culture, and politics.
Looking at that crowd of Proud Boys wearing shirts that say, drink, fight, I can promise you they're only doing one of those things.
It's a wild of emotions, friendships, and we lay our truth out there and hope you can relate.
Like, I noticed that my body was different from other people's bodies, and especially the bodies of the girls that I was in school with.
If I am stressed, my body's natural reaction is to stop eating.
You can find the Loud Women's Club wherever you download podcasts. Welcome to the club.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.